Welcome to the 28th installment. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow, you sound so dubious on that one.
Dubious or devious?
Devious, well,
yes.
It'll work both ways.
This intro was brought to you with dubious intent.
Yes, exactly.
In a very devious manner.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this is the 28th episode. Cautionary Tales, Red Chair. Jake.
Sam.
That was a quick intro.
That was.
Make it happen. So,
From glue. Dropping an age reference there.
holy shit. Micro Machines, man. I haven't thought of those things in a coon's age.
Dropping some age right there.
For sure. So, do you do anything exciting this weekend? It's Valentine's weekend.
Well, we had a big meal on Valentine's Day, but we really didn't do much this weekend. Leah had to work all the weekend,
Oh, that sucks.
so I just got drunk.
So she's decorating Valentine's Day cakes?
Probably.
That sounds like fun.
After Valentine's Day, though.
Oh, yeah. It was the Saturday after. Well, whatever.
I'm pretty sure that she did some of them this year, though. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Well, birthday cakes then. Sorry.
Something cakes.
Something. She decorated some kind of pastry.
There's a lot of fat people around here, and fat people love cake, so
That's what the Midwest is all
That's what I'm saying.
about.
I don't know of any place in this state where you don't have a meal and have somebody say, anybody want dessert?
That is very true.
I mean, they'll throw you a Little Debbie's if nothing else.
Swiss cake rolls?
Yeah, exactly.
Or zebra bars.
Oh, either or.
Zebra
They're
cakes.
accepted. They're accepted.
Anywhere.
Yep.
Even a nutty bar?
That's more for, like, lunch snack.
Yeah, that's not really a treat.
Exactly. That's just more or less you gotta have something.
It's peanut butter.
Shut up, kid. There's some chocolate in this.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So did you get drunk any place exciting, or did you just sit at home?
Well, I saw a couple old friends get really wasted.
Nice.
Oh, in fact, I got so wasted I ended up throwing up that night.
Whoa.
I know. I haven't done that in a coon's age.
Jeez. Where were you guys partying?
I went to...
I suppose you guys don't really party. You're just sitting there binge drinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
At a bar.
Yeah, pretty much. It was kind of funny because I knew I was going to get drunk, but I didn't know I was going to get that drunk. So I actually had Leah give me a ride down there. And the text that I sent her was just funny. None of it was... Because it was all predictive texting. And none of it's actually spelled right.
Yeah, nice.
Like, some of it doesn't even make sense. I should read it.
So what bar did you end up at?
We went down to Howie's.
The good old trusty Howie's spot. So you didn't venture over to Waite Park?
No.
Hit up Friends, the old haunt, with those crew. Didn't you guys used to go to that place every night?
Oh, yeah. For a long time. But that was a hell of a long time ago. I sent her a text. Basically, this is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Is, we're going to be done in a while. Could you come pick me up?
What did you say?
Well, I'll done be while.
That's it.
Yep. And then I called her because she texted me back, what? So I called her and I was just like, we're going to get done in a little while, so you want to come pick me up? And she goes, that is not at all what you text me. So I actually read it and I was like, wow, that isn't at all. It sounded so good when I rehearsed it, but when my fingers put it down, it did not work.
That is absolutely hilarious.
Like, my brain was functioning, just not firing to the rest of the body. So when I said it perfect. When my fingers were in charge of saying it to somebody, though, it did not come out the same. Like, right and left were just fighting each other or something. Like, I'm fucking taking the lead on this. You hang back.
That is so funny.
Yeah, I thought that one was kind of good because I didn't even remember that until the next day when she goes, do you remember how you contacted me? And I was like, no, how'd I do that? Just read your text. I went, what the hell does that mean? And she goes, apparently you would be done in a little while and I should come pick you up.
And then you're like, what does that mean?
Well, no, after she told me, I went, makes sense to me.
I'm still kind of drunk. It looks perfect.
Oh, Sunday was a hard day to work. Oh, man.
Was it?
Actually, no, that happened Sunday. So Monday. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was a hard one at work. It was,
What time did you roll in? Have her pick you up?
oh, God, when was it? Because she texted me back saying that she was there.
Can't find it?
No, it's at 10:42.
10:42.
I met him at 6.
Yeah. 6.5 hours of drinking with those fools.
Well, not that long.
Oh.
4.5.
Wow. I can't even do math.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time. I don't know how many I had. I don't even remember.
What you had? No.
Oh, I remember what I had, but I don't even remember paying the bill. I had to look online being like, oh, I didn't fucking just tip like $800, did I?
How generous.
Yeah, exactly.
Or what did I, whose rounds did I also buy besides my own?
Well, I would have known I would have got a call because Tommy was there and Jason left after me, so I know I would have gotten a call.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, at least I didn't skip out of my bill, but I was shit-faced that night. I told Leah to scoot in, even though that's my side of the bed, because I was like, I need easy access to get out of the bed. In case something happens in the middle of the night.
You knew something was coming.
Oh, and I did. I threw up all over the bathtub because I barely made it in there.
You're just like, I just want to clean this up off the floor.
The best part about it was then all I did was turn on the shower.
Did you get it?
And let it go into the drain for the morning.
Oh.
It's like, I cannot clean this up right now. No, that's the bad part about hanging out with old friends like that, though. You do like a shot, and then all of a sudden it seems like a good idea to do 6 more. Oh, remember we used to do these all the time.
Yeah, then you're calling dinosaurs.
Exactly. The one that really got me was Yag. I cannot take Yag anymore. You used to be able to take that stuff straight out of the bottle and it was goop, goop, goop. Not anymore. That stuff hits the back of my throat and goes, why am I doing this?
I'm that way with tequila. It's a death sentence every time. Every time.
It's amazing how everybody's got their trigger on alcohol like that. Like, you can always be, ooh, not that stuff.
Because that was the last time I threw up was on the tequila.
Oh, that's all I could taste yesterday morning. Just Yag. Like, I'd burp and go, oh, throw up and Yag.
God damn. Good times are killing you.
Oh. Yeah, I detoxed myself yesterday. I drank lots of water.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where it was like, look, my pee has no color. Just peeing straight water because my body's got to get rid of it somehow.
Yep. And you go 5-7 times a day.
Yeah, it was a hard day. It really was. I actually took a pitcher of water up to my office because I was sick of going.
That bad.
I was sick of going up and down the steps. I was like, screw this. I'm just going to take a bucket and a pitcher.
A bucket in case you
just in case I drank too much water.
That is so brutal.
Yeah, it was a little queasy yesterday. It really didn't feel that great.
I could imagine.
Oh, what are you going to do? What'd you do this weekend?
Obviously Friday, Valentine's Day, chefed up a meal thanks to you loaning me some cooking utensils and
They work nice.
Yes, instructions. Don't forget to take that pan, by the way. And then later on for a little bit Saturday, actually found out that one of our members of the Eagles passed away, so I had to throw together a quick group of escorts for the funeral on Monday. So I found out about that Saturday morning, so I scrambled to do that. So then I had to do a reading for his wake on Sunday night. First one as chaplain. Went pretty well. Nerve-wracking. Holy cow, do you not
You didn't dump the casket or anything?
No.
All right.
Good Lord, you don't want to screw one of those things up.
No.
You'd feel like the biggest asshole in the world.
That's the end of your membership.
Exactly. So, but then, so then Saturday afternoon, we had tickets to the Astronautilus show at First Ave. down in Minneapolis. So we cruised down there a little early, and the best part is, since I had to drive, because I'm not sure if she likes driving the stage or not, but I just always drive. Maybe I'm a control freak. I think I'm just a control freak, and I have to drive everywhere. So I drive down there, but of course, that was my Valentine's Day gift from her, was the Astronautless tickets. So I'm like, this is my Valentine's Day. I'm getting fucking wasted.
Damn straight.
And I'm like, we're going down there early enough so I get sober up by the time I have to drive home when the concert ends at 1:30, 2 o'clock. So basically, I bring a flask of this 92 proof rum, get this giant thing of Dr. Pepper at the gas station, drink half of it on the way down there, park in the parking garage at our usual spot that we always go to, dump the whole flask in there, chug that, go meet my cousin and his fiance at Pizza Luce for some dinner and some beers, just wasted, poking one, he's in the parking garage drinking. So then we get there, and I had a couple beers there and some pretty good grub, man. Have you ever been to Pizza Luce?
No, I don't believe so.
It's right when you get off of the 4th Street and 7th Street exit off of 94. It's right there when you get downtown.
Okay.
Pretty delish. You're not going to go downtown Minneapolis anytime soon?
I don't see myself in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, well, if you are, it's a good recommendation. So then we cruised over to O'Donovan's, which is kitty corner from First Ave and across the street, but on the same side of the road as Target Center. Mm-hmm. And that's where I stole these Guinness glasses we're drinking out of. I had what was it? Kilkenny Irish Creme Ale.
Yeah, you sent me a text of that.
Oh yeah, it was so good. I totally forgot about that. I was all whiskeyed up.
Yeah, I was sitting there fucking dick.
Yep, and then I had a black and tan. Oh, it was so good. They made it legit. They made it with Finnegan's, though. Finnegan's Irish Red with Guinness on top. Never had it that way. That was pretty good, because I loves me some Finnegan's. And it's a freaking non-profit beer. They donate all the proceeds to charity. So, once again, getting drunk for charity.
Yep.
That's what I do at the Eagles
For
Club.
the children. It's for the children.
It is for the children. It's for the sober kids in China.
Exactly. Because they have an imagination. We have beer.
Exactly.
I love that part about American Dad when he's trying to get his kid to stop playing with toys and everything. But without imagination, what would I do? Use drugs and alcohol just like the rest of us.
Exactly. And then so basically the Astronautless show was amazing. There's a bunch of other bands like this. We saw pretty much half of this set of the person before him, K-Flay. It's this chick rapper. She's actually pretty good. I'm going to have to look more into her stuff. But Astronautless, of course, put on a great show. And the best part is before, in between her set and his set, I went up to take a piss. And there's this guy in the restroom at First Ave just yelling about I don't think he knew anybody in there. He was just completely blottoed and just blah. He goes, shitting, pissing, and coming. That's what it's all about. So I had to fucking tweet that. I go overheard in the bathroom at First Ave. That shit and pissing and fucking. That's what it's all about. And I tweeted it at Astronautless, and literally my phone goes off. I look. Astronautless retweeted that tweet, and then he walks out on stage. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. So, of course, I was super into the show then. You know what I mean? It's like, this is badass.
I just, if I was in that bathroom, I would have had it been like, amen, brother.
Yeah.
Preach on.
But with people that are that belligerent, you just...
Oh, I want to keep them going.
Yeah, see. But for me, I'm like, the show, Astronauts is about to go on. I do not want to get roped into a conversation with this guy.
Exactly.
And then he follows me back to where I'm standing, and I got to entertain this son of a bitch all night. Fuck you. He could be one of the lost puppy dog type people.
Yeah, he could.
Just looking for attention.
See, and in my mind, I would have wanted to feed that just to see how pissy he would get somebody. Because, if he kept speaking, he would eventually latch on to somebody and talk to them like, oh, you, man.
And it would have been me.
Just to see how long it would take him to piss somebody else off enough to get punched or something. But that's what I am. I'm always the guy that got to take it a little further.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be pretty good, though. So it was a good show, you say?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And then next Friday, going to Apache Relay, and then The Lonely Wild are opening for them. That's going to be like a bluegrass-filled show. It's Andrea likes The Lonely Wild because they opened for the White Buffalo when we went, and she really liked them. This lady in the band, she plays the melodica. It's like a keyboard you blow into.
It's like a gypsy instrument.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's 100% right, but I'm going gypsy with the tambourine fingers.
Fucking belly dancers.
Yep. And it's like that Hemlock Grove with the gypsies that turn into werewolves and shit.
Fucking right, man.
I finally watched that whole thing. God, is that fucking weird.
You can never trust them.
A gypsy or a rich kid.
Well, aren't they the same nowadays?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, back in the day, gypsies were always feared because they were mystical. I would say rich people are pretty much the same thing nowadays because they can do just about anything they want.
But they don't seem to wander enough. Because don't gypsies wander?
You can't really do that anymore. You get kidnapped like that.
If you're rich and wander, I suppose.
Everybody will kidnap a rich person. You gotta have familiar surroundings.
Well, that's why
gated communities.
Well, that's why the rich people want the only people in this country to have guns are their security guards and their bodyguards. Everybody else, you can't have guns. I think that's hilarious when even the politicians are like that. Like you got Michael Moore. We should get rid of your guns as he has armed security protecting him at public events. Hypocrisy much?
Yeah.
Why not just cut out the middleman? Why do you call the cops? Because they have weapons to protect you. So why not just cut out the middleman and do it yourself? But that is radical talk, Sam.
Well, it's also radical talk to think that the police prevent crimes.
Oh my God, that is the biggest load of shit. You can't. I mean,
there's nothing in this world that's going to prevent a crime. All that police are there to do is catch the criminal that actually caused the crime or commit the crime.
Yeah, and maybe scare off the people that are
too much of a pussy to
or on the fence, like, I don't know shit. Well, there's a cop, never mind. And you're like, okay, that's good enough for you to be in existence and us to pay you all this money. Is to kind of deter some of the assholes that would do something stupid, and then clean up the messes. But then when the real professionals come out and want to fucking rob us, you're just impotent as all get out. Because you're just scared little kids that were bullied to begin with. So then when you actually come up against somebody who can bully up on the level above you, talking like multinational banksters or fucking, you know, cartels.
Like those dudes down in Los Angeles that had all the body armor and came out with armor-piercing AK-47s and just lit the fucking cops up. Yeah, exactly. They had no idea what the hell they were in for.
It was like a scene from fucking Heat.
Yeah, those guys, the cops actually had to go down the store to a gun shop and grab some high-powered rifles from the gun shop to go and fight these guys with. I mean, how fucked up is that?
Badass.
But then again, after having a couple of those people actually do that kind of stuff, then you have the cops actually trying to take that out on everyday citizens.
Oh, exactly.
Now everybody's a suspect regardless. Cops have no fucking soul for the people that everything's business.
Like they killed that kid for having like a BB gun.
Yep.
That some just 12-year. I mean, he was just ridiculously young.
Yeah,
they're just crazy. They think this is the streets of Fallujah and shit.
Well, and the best thing is, anytime you talk to a police officer like that, oh yeah, you want to bitch about us all the time, but who's going to be the one that comes to save you when you call 911? On average, how many people do you think actually call 911 in their lifetime asking for a cop?
Exactly. And it won't be me. It'll be like, hey, police, somebody tried to do something, and you need to clean up this mess.
He came in my house and I shot him in the face.
Exactly.
Was he armed? I don't fucking care. He was in my house.
Exactly. This is America.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
And the sad thing is in this country, you can get a pizza quicker to your house than the cops.
The one time I've ever had to call the cops was when that chick rear-ended me. And the funniest part about that is something fucked up. You knew that. Something fucked up happened with that car after she rear-ended me with the electronics in it.
Yeah.
And the heater stopped working. I was on the phone with the police station, and I even said that. They go, is everybody okay? And I went, well, everybody's okay, but my heater went out in my car for some reason, and I can't get it started again after this accident. And, I mean, that was a day when the wind was going, and it was like 20, 30 below.
Yeah.
They fucking still took 45 minutes to get to that goddamn scene. I actually went back and sat in her car for a while because she had a heater going on. And then I was sitting there like, well, I only got like 10 minutes to get home, but this is going to be a cold fucking ride home because my heater's not working at all.
Yeah.
But still, after telling them, I have no heater and it's cold as shit outside.
But nobody was hurt.
Yeah.
So why do they care?
So it took them 45 minutes to get there. Yeah, it was fucking pathetic.
Protect and serve.
Exactly.
Protect and serve. What about that crazy criminal ring that the L.A. County Sheriff's Office was running? The sheriff had to resign. Did you hear about that like a month or so ago?
I didn't hear. I heard about it. I didn't get too far into it.
From rape to drug running to torture.
Well, I knew they were talking about prostitution and drug running. But
just fucking you name it.
Then again, does that really surprise you at all with the L.A. fucking police?
They're the cops that were involved in killing Tupac, son.
In Vegas.
Well, yeah, that's what they cruised out there. Because you can't have the Vegas cops shoot them. Mm-hmm. That would just be too suspicious.
They used Blackwater.
I don't even think they were in existence then. I think
they were called something else.
No, but I think that Prince guy was probably still, a young kid fucking jerking off in the back of a tank, wishing he was in a war.
Yeah, exactly.
Roadhouse. I almost made you do a spit take. You actually did do a spit take in your cup.
I'm so glad that was into the cup. A roadhouse. That got me. I did not see that coming.
And I gave it a nice pause, too.
Long enough for me to take a drink.
I didn't even know you were drinking. Well, I think, obviously, I had to know because I was trying to kill the silence of you drinking.
That was pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Good times. All right, before we forget about this, I'm going to go with my first cautionary tale here.
Oh, so you're gonna one up me from the last episode, huh?
I'm not sure. I just thought this one was kind of funny because
it's not one that's gonna make me want to vomit. Like the one.
No. This one is just more or less just stupidity at its very finest, and how everybody, you don't know what the hell is actually going to happen, regardless of what the actions that you take are. Basically, my cautionary tale is to watch who the hell you're pranking.
Okay.
And this is just absolutely insane to me, but... So, a man who allegedly shot at a carload of teenage pranksters killing a cheerleader has been charged with murder in the U.S. State of Arkansas. Willie Noble, 48, told police he only opened fire to scare the Little Rock youngsters after his car was covered with eggs, mayonnaise, and toilet paper. Adrian Broadway, however you want to say that, 15, was shot in the head and died on Saturday's incident.
Jeez.
The teenagers allegedly targeted Mr. Noble as tit for tat after a similar prank was done by his son.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Police described the incident as a result of an apparent ongoing prank. Mr. Noble's child allegedly had done a prank to some of the kids on Halloween, the Little Rock police lieutenant said. As a friendly feud, they went over there to do some pranks on Noble's house. Mr. Noble allegedly opened fire on the car of 7 people, age 14 to 18.
What?
As they drove by his home.
That's a little overreacting.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
But that's later. That's afterwards. He was outside surveying what they did. They drove by and he shot at them. They weren't even in the act of doing it.
He just knew who it was, and then they were like, because they wanted to gawk at their handiwork.
I guess.
And then he's like, pop, pop, pop.
Yep.
Oh, that is dangerous.
Miss Broadway, who had a gunshot wound to the head, was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Another occupant in the car reported received minor injuries from broken glass. Mr. Noble faces a first-degree murder charge as well as 5 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of committing a terrorist act.
As well he should.
Yeah.
Holy
but
shit.
isn't that fucked up? How many pranks did you pull in high school where you did something stupid like that?
Prank war gone wrong.
Yeah. Dude shot a shotgun at the car.
This was in Arkansas?
Yes.
Okay, because if this was like in Florida, he might get away with it because all he'd have to say is, I felt...
Stand my ground.
Yep, I stood my ground.
Yeah.
And, wow.
Yeah, no mention of that anywhere in our news. I didn't find any of that. That was in the BBC. No mention of our news at all.
That is...
I haven't heard anything about it because the NRA is probably saying, no, we don't need that press. We need the press to stand your ground, not the crazy fuck who's shooting at a car.
Yeah, because that is kind of an overreaction if I've ever seen
It's more than an overreaction. I mean, seriously, how the hell you're shooting at a car as it's passing? You couldn't verify. If you could, why didn't you call the cops and say, these guys, because the cops wouldn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, but still, it's a prank.
I understand that.
Does it cost... You having to take an hour one weekend to clean up shit is worth some young woman's life?
See, I'm just saying, I don't know
Wow.
the guy's life. I don't know if that was his breaking point. I don't know if they've done something. I can't say I know it all. I just know the story that was there. And yes, from the story, that was definitely a huge overreaction. I'm just saying, this is what society is coming to with all the stupidity that's happening and everything. You can't tell who is going to snap at any moment.
And I really think that's almost a systemic issue brought down by the government's constant fear-mongering of telling people to be afraid of the boogeyman. They're going to get you. You've got to strip down naked if you're going to ride a plane because they're going to blow it up. You can't have more than 3 ounces because they're going to blow it up.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't do that. You have to close the perimeter around the Super Bowl. You got to wear, bring in clear plastic bags because they're going to blow you up. And they wonder why people are just shooting at other people.
Well, it's
Like,
not
all
only
freaked
that,
out.
it's the whole aspect of just how our lives are being right now. Those of us who do have jobs are getting mandatory overtime. It's not a question of if you're going to do overtime. You can't say, I don't want to do it. They tell you, no, we're going to work an extra 12 hours this week. What the fuck do you mean an extra 12 hours? Oh, it's only two 6-hour shifts. On my 2 days off?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's only going to be for a couple of weeks. And the only thing you can do is say, I quit, or do it.
Yeah, or you got the converse where you
don't have a job at all.
25 hours a week, and that's all they'll give you. Because of Obamacare.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely insane how they're doing this kind of stuff. So everybody is just wound up tight one way or another. They're wound up tight because they don't have any time to themselves, or they're wound up tight because they don't have any fucking money.
And if you have time to yourself, it's not like you have any goddamn privacy to be to yourself either. You got the NSA watching you. You got the TSA treating you like you're a goddamn slave. You got the government fear-mongering. You got corporate America putting the screws to you while they're fucking living high on the hog.
Apparently, you got the FBI using drones inside the United States unsanctioned for the last couple of years.
Almost a decade at this point.
So,
I mean, and you wonder why people... And then they're fomenting all this racial tension on top of all of this.
And Microsoft has already come out, as well as other companies, saying that they've already hacked up the Xbox. They've hacked up the fucking cameras on your phones.
iPhone,
TVs, everything. So
most of the fucking price you pay for an iPhone is in spyware.
Yeah,
it's not for the actual the device you're gonna use.
Well, that's why you get a huge discount when you do.
Yeah, that's why they give them to you for fucking free.
Yep. We should charge you $300 for all the hardware in there, but then we get a tap where the hell you are.
Yeah, and that's another reason why they don't let you take the battery out of the iPhone either.
Yeah.
It's not to make it more water resistant. It's so you cannot get rid of your tracker. Unless you just get rid of your phone. You can't just take the battery out and be done for a while. Or because that would also negate the cameras on each side as well as the microphones all over it.
Yep.
We bugged ourselves.
Exactly.
And we electronically
paid to bug ourselves.
Yeah. How pathetic is that?
Oh, and just look at it. There's 2 computers, 2 smartphones, 1 tablet. Actually,
2 tablets.
Yeah, there's 3 computers because there's one.
There's a laptop here, a power
and
Mac.
She's
here.
got a fucking
iPad.
an iPad and an iPhone or whatever in there.
And the TV's probably staring at me too.
Yeah.
Because they've had that for years.
In color vision.
Yep. And we're recording ourselves and putting it on the internet. We're so paranoid about people listening to us. Everybody else is listening, so we might as well control a little bit of the content that they get to hear.
Okay, so I feel a little hypocritical. I don't know about you.
I'm bitching about being monitored.
Please listen to our show.
But we don't want to be listened to.
Exactly. Fuck you, fans.
No,
well, that's a little Bob Dylan-esque.
Yeah, not the fans or the listeners of the podcast. Fuck you, NSA.
Yeah, no.
Because you're listening when I don't want you to listen.
Yeah, like we have any fans anyway.
No, we have listeners. No fans.
They listen just to make fun of us.
Exactly. I don't think anybody's a fan.
Wow, these guys really suck. I thought after 28 they'd pick it up a little bit.
They'd find a format.
Yeah, exactly.
Or do something. Because at the beginning when they were terrible, they were every week. And now they're going.
They had sponsors. Yeah, we lost those after week 3.
Yep. They're like, what is this?
You promised me so much more.
I got no hits on my website.
Oh, carry a lot of weight.
These hefty words.
The cautionary tail bump, huh?
All day. So did you watch Jimmy Fallon take over the Tonight Show last night?
Not at all.
I did, actually. It was the first time in 40 years that the Tonight Show was back in New York City. That's history. Television history, sir. And the blank look on your face tells me you don't give a fuck.
Not at all.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't seen one of those talk shows
since high school, probably.
Yeah, at least. I've never been a real fan of those kind of things.
Yeah. The only part that I thought was interesting was Stephen Colbert made an appearance. So I thought that was badass. Because he did this whole little bit where when he was at the desk, he's like, for all the, goddamn, how did he say it? He's like, for those people that said that I would never host the Tonight Show, and you know who you are, just remember, you owe me $100. Then like Robert De Niro walks out and gives him $100, and then it's just like this whole long train of celebrities like Tina Fey, Lady Gaga, Kim Kardashian, Mike Tyson, like all these fucking people come out, and then Colbert's at the end. He's got a bucket, $100 worth of pennies, and just dumps it all over him, and then goes, "Welcome to 11:30, bitch," and then just walks out.
That's pretty good.
I was like, okay, that was cool. Stephen Colbert's great because the Tonight Show's not gonna take me away from watching like The Daily Show, Colbert, any of that.
Yeah,
they're so much better. I mean, Fallon has.
Although that's starting to scare the shit out of me to think that the majority of the youth of today is actually getting their news from those two shows.
Yeah,
the 1 hour on Comedy Central is where they're getting their news.
Yeah, is informing the populace. That is very scary.
You know what's funny to me, though, is that people can watch the Colbert Report and actually look at it the two different ways. You've got the youth that can actually see right through the facade that he's putting on into 100%. The comedy that he has. And then you've got the older people that are just like, no, he's a Republican. I don't know, those views are correct.
He says he's a Republican. He loves Papa Bear.
Well, the way, or actually his words, the way that he says stuff is exactly how they say it. He just uses his face and the way that he's saying it in such a way. You get it if you get his character. Yeah. But if you don't see his character, I mean, he's just speaking a little bit more, I guess, rhetorically than anybody else would.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot more grandiose to speak, and he's just more, but I don't see how people can't see it as a parody, because it is so over the top.
At first I thought it was amazing that he could do that Better Know a District all the time.
Oh, that was so good.
It was just because he had all these politicians that literally thought he was speaking to them as a real journalist. And then after, 3 years of it, they finally went, whoa, don't talk to that guy anymore.
Yeah, he just makes everybody look like an asshole. Yeah. Well, actually, you make yourself look like an asshole. He just kind of directs you into doing it.
Yeah, he's just an enabler in that one.
Yep. He's one of the best interviewers.
Well, he gives
ever.
you all the rope you need. I mean, you make the grandest noose ever. And
I love when Bush was president, and he'd always interview liberals and Democrats and say, George W. Bush,
Greatest?
great president, the greatest. I'll put you down for great.
I love that one, too. Just to see their face of, that's not what I said.
Yep. That was my absolute favorite bits that he would do all through the Bush administration.
Yep, that was great.
And then when he had the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where he fucking just roasted Bush. That was so funny. What was that, like 2004, 2006?
Yeah, that was in his first, I thought.
Yeah, like 2006, I want to say. Yeah, it had to have been around there.
God, not too many people get the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun. But then again, it was so easy that you really couldn't get into what you wanted to.
Without just being mean.
Or without the Secret Service fucking you up the ass with a nightstick.
Exactly. Because he even made it, I remember that because he made an NSA joke about that during the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where he was like, yeah, and if you guys need a refill on your drink or anything, just speak into the centerpiece. The NSA put microphones, and a Secret Service agent will be around shortly. or a waiter will be around.
Yeah, you go with the info you can get.
That is true.
Because I'm pretty damn sure that his comedy sketch was picked over by vultures, and like, you can't use this joke, can't use this joke.
Oh, 100%. And I bet you he was probably happy when Dick Cheney wasn't there.
Oh, man. Just that would just be a weird presence in the room. Like, you would always be feeling like somebody was just over your shoulder or something. I wonder if you're in the room with him, if you, like, hear whispers or something like that.
It would
like,
be so creepy.
Yeah.
You'd hear, like, the music from The Omen.
Exactly. Like, right behind you, like, one of your ears just turn your head and I was like,
yep.
just like, what the hell was that?
That was Dick Cheney.
That was one of his demons.
I think that's the only reason his, meat puppet is still animated. It probably is inhabited by a fucking demon.
What, he's had like 12 heart attacks. He's got a pacemaker put in. Because it wasn't that the big thing is that he had so much government money spent on him because he had a scrambler put on his pacemaker. So
100%. Yeah, like...
He's got like the $5 million pacemaker or something.
Wasn't that on Homeland?
Yeah, or something like that,
but no, I mean, Dick Cheney literally did it, but wasn't that how they killed, like, the president or the vice president?
I don't know, I didn't watch it.
You didn't see, I thought you were a fan of Homeland.
Yeah.
I think it was the second season. They hacked it, killed him. Damn. And I was like, that's how Dick Cheney got the idea to scramble this. It's like, I saw that shit on Homeland. Meh. Scramble my pacemaker, serial number, meh.
Shoot you in the face.
Erase my house.
A quail!
Yep. Erase my house from Google Maps. Meh.
Yeah, he's an evil bastard. That's the only reason I actually want to have a heaven and a hell is just to watch them fucking roast in the next.
Oh, exactly. That's the only reason anybody wants that, is to make it
get the comeuppance.
Yeah, so you're not like, oh, there is no justice in the world.
Exactly.
They really did.
I lived with morals for what?
And I honestly think that's why they invented the heaven and the hell, because I really don't think there is any punishment in the end. It's just they're like, we need to put up some sort of safety net from people just going fucking crazy, because we already have X amount of sociopaths and X amount of psychos that are just inevitably going to be there. So we can't control them. But the ones that are in the middle that could sway either way, we needed to have this imaginary boogeyman set up to keep them in line. And to keep them coming back to us.
Well, it just seems kind of odd that we would be the only animal that actually has those morals. The only reason is because we don't have fear anymore. You're not afraid for your life every day, then you can actually fuck around.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's what kind of makes the intelligence is our brain grew larger than just the little reptilian core that is the fight or flight aspect.
Well, no, I'm even looking at it as like some of the closest well, you can't say that if you believe in creationism, but some of our closest relatives here on Earth, being chimpanzees and, the great apes and stuff like that.
Blasphemy, sir.
I mean, when you look at the socialization that they have, there's always a leader.
Yeah.
And if that leader says, I don't like you, you've got two options. Either you leave or you eventually get killed by the troop because they just don't want you there because it bugs him. He's the one that fucks with everything else, so you either go or, sorry, but it's going to be your time one of these days because they're going to get pissed off enough. And do you think they're going to have a moral conflict with doing so?
Yeah, I hope not, because that's when the rise of the apes happens.
It just seems kind of odd, and the reason is they still have that fear. There's still things out there that actively hunt them. If they fuck around, a jaguar will kill them.
Yeah.
I mean, it just comes down to it. They have a fear for that kind of stuff. They still live with that insecurity. We go to bed in our houses at night knowing that nothing's going to get us.
Yeah, because if I had to sleep on the ground in the Yukon,
in Africa,
even that. Oh my, that I don't even want to think about Africa with all the creepy crawlies plus the giant beasts. Oh, you drive a motherfucker insane.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
Because I know a night with a lot of mosquitoes in the north woods of Minnesota, that'll drive a man fucking insane.
Yeah.
Just bzzz.
I'd shit myself every noise in the night in Africa. Like, you'd hear just the breeze and be like, oh my god, it's gonna kill me.
Dude, I almost do that walking down the street here. Fucking people crazy.
Either that's an exaggeration or you're just a bitch.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. There's a trailer park right over there.
Yeah. They just don't look at you right.
Yep. They're all white as hell, but there's still a trailer park.
No, I'm those are a couple of places I don't want to go in my life, and it's basically where everything tries to kill you.
So you'd never take a trip to, Australia?
No, I don't think I would. If I wanted to go someplace like that, I'd go to New Zealand.
But even if you were, chilling in Sydney, in a city, not in the outback.
They still got, funnel web spiders all throughout. That's why it's called the Sydney funnel web spider.
Oh, man. That sucks.
I mean, there's shit that wants to kill you everywhere in that country. You go out into the most remote area, and the most venomous snake in the fucking world is sitting out there.
Yeah, it's the only thing.
In fact, it's got the top 10, or what is it, the top 9 of the most venomous animals. So you go even to the place where you can't find another person for miles and miles and miles, and there's still shit that wants to kill you.
So that's why they made it a prison colony.
Exactly. Fucking 20-foot crocodiles all over the place. Kangaroos that'll kick you and kill you.
Fucking everything that'll bite.
That's what I'm saying. You. Everything's got poison, spines, and yeah, it's just not a fun place. Damn. I would not want to be there.
But weren't there there's Aborigines, original Aborigines?
Of course, there was original people in Africa too. That doesn't mean that a bunch of them didn't get eaten.
In Africa.
I'm just saying that doesn't mean that a bunch of people didn't get killed or get eaten.
That's crazy. They're badass then, but they hate them in Australia as those Inuits.
I don't know.
I don't think they're called Inuits there. I just had the name.
Natives.
Yes, they're called natives.
That'll work. Aborigines
with the... What is that thing? The didgeridoo?
Yes, it is.
I can't... That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Africa is definitely a place I never want to visit, though, because even the fucking herbivores there want to kill you. I mean, I'm not fucking kidding you. You got goddamn elephants that'll run you over, hippos that'll fuck you up.
Yeah, that is true.
Rhinos that'll go straight through you.
Gore you like a fucking shish kebab.
Yeah, I'm just saying, even the herbivores there want to kill you, and that's no joke. The buffalo, those water buffaloes they have there, a lot of people die from those every year because they'll just fucking trample you.
Great white buffalo.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Chasing after the white rabbit.
Yeah. Oh, there's his fluffy tail. Let's go get him.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have a type of rabbit that'll kill you.
Oh, they do. They have what is that? Jackalope. Isn't that where that originates from?
Yep, exactly. Very elusive.
Yeah, but it's got the giant, like saber-toothed tiger teeth and the antlers and the feet that'll kick you.
That, and I've known only a couple of people in my life that have ever gone to Africa, but they said South Africa's beautiful, but there's flies everywhere.
So they just don't bring those in to put those on those children during those sad
I guess no. I
commercials?
think that's just the way that it is.
That is just the way it is. I thought flies just like poor people.
No.
Because whenever I see a poor person, they're usually surrounded by flies.
No, one person told me that it smelled like shit all over the place, too. Like,
Well-
it smelled like animal shit all over the place.
It never freezes. So you never get a respite of it.
Well, that
It's
and it
always
only
just-
rains every so often.
It's just hot, sun-baked poop.
everywhere.
And dead people from...
And flies eating the poop.
And tribal wars and just carcasses everywhere from goddamn...
Yeah, it's not a very happy place.
No. That's why they call it the Dark Continent. It's not just because of the
yes.
inhabitants.
Well, the weird part about it is the violence isn't really in the south area. It's more like central and northern. Because the southern part of Africa is a huge tourist destination.
Yeah, and the socialists already took that over with Mandela.
After it was the English colony.
Brutally maintained,
Well, fucking right.
by the way.
Ask the Zulu. They didn't have such a good time with the English.
Zulu warriors are badass motherfuckers, son.
Not when it came with guns.
Well, ain't nobody badass motherfucker when it come to gun.
They are when you have a gun, too.
Well, no.
But I'm just going to
'Cause I'm
say
not very
that...
good with a gun.
that bows and arrows and spears and wooden shields don't do so well to bolt-action rifles. It's a damn shame what they did to that dog.
Maybe they should have had God on their side.
Well, of course. Then they would have had lightning bolt spears.
Yeah, that is true. With like the Zeus spear. And they probably thought that was a Zeus spear with just getting shot at them. They're like, holy fuck!
Yeah, I can't even imagine like the first people to see a gun like that, you know? You're like the biggest badasses in the area, and then all of a sudden somebody comes up and from 100 feet away just shoots you dead, and you're like, whoa.
Well, you're not really saying anything at that point, but the guy next to you is like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. That's not quite fair.
Hey, time out.
Real bullets? You were going to be in so much trouble. Okay, another age reference there, but that was worth
it. Did you hear about the destroyer that's going to have a goddamn laser cannon on it?
Yeah?
That is going to be so badass. It's going to be Star Wars pretty soon, man.
I know.
I can't wait.
How do you know it's not already Star Wars with the Philadelphia Project?
Oh, that's an experiment?
Yeah.
Did you watch that movie?
Well, I didn't watch the movie, but I have read about it before.
Oh, I just watched that movie. I got it from Netflix like
Oh, really?
2 days ago.
That's fucked up.
It's the terrible movie.
How the hell did I keep doing that with you? I did that with the...
Yeah. That is
The
Devil's
Devil's
Pass.
Pass. Oh my god, how do I keep doing that?
You just bring up random conspiracy like, I just watched a movie about that. That's why I'm like, get out of my head.
That is so crazy.
I don't keep my window open that often, do I?
Exactly.
What else do you see? Read my hand. Tell me the future.
Yeah, okay. that's a little odd.
Yeah, you just can't get over that. Well, that is, by the way, that's a terrible ass movie.
Really?
It was like I don't know. It had to have been like made for TV, sci-fi.
Were there people in the walls?
Yeah, but it looks so bad. I mean, goddamn Han Solo being encrusted in carbonite looked more real than this. It was just, and the acting was atrocious. I almost fell asleep because I think I did fall asleep towards the end because it was just.
You probably did. You always fall asleep.
Well, it was boring. If it's not boring, I don't fall asleep. It's a good gauge of a movie. If I can make it through it, it was a riveting tale. Or I've been doing speedballs. But
Yeah.
if I've had a couple puffs and a couple cocktails and the movie's kind of dragging, I'm going to be nighty-night. Just the way it is.
No, I actually just read another article about that.
Philadelphia experiment?
Yeah.
What is your take on it? Do you believe that they actually did transport to another time and dimension?
I don't believe so.
God damn it, you don't believe anything cool. You're so rational. Gotta give some flight of fancies. Gotta let your mind wander.
Why?
Because it's a good time.
Well, that's not logical, though.
You mean logic.
Well, it doesn't make sense. Something doesn't make sense. How could it happen?
Because it just happened.
Then I would need to make sense of it.
Oh. See? That's why you gotta
I need to wrap my mind around something. I can't just fucking be like, oh yeah, why not?
Well, you've seen movies, haven't you?
Yes,
that's
and
exactly. Fill in
and
the
you know
gap.
how much of a fucking asshole I am about movies.
That is true.
I can't believe you would even say that to me.
Yeah, sorry, I stand corrected.
There are very few movies that actually entertain me more than just disgust me.
Have you seen any that have entertained you lately?
I can't say too many of them.
No,
Not really.
because you're a hard critic. But yet you watch like how many movies a day?
Well, I've been watching the new House of Cards season, and that's fucking amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I need to start that. I'm too scared because I'm like, if I start it, I'm just not going to stop watching it.
Oh, there's some twists in this one. This season, you just don't fucking see it coming at all. Like, last season was all introducing.
Yeah.
Now, the build-up is just fucking weird. Like, the first couple
Nice.
episodes, you do not see a lot coming.
What?
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, I got to watch that now.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Should do that.
Kevin Spacey at his best.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, I think I've gone through like 7 of them so far, so I'm pretty far through it.
That's bad.
Another day or two.
See, it's pretty much been like, there hasn't been too many good movies coming out lately, but the original content that like Netflix and obviously, you know, your Showtimes and HBOs have come out with, it's always just stellar.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the only saving grace.
Oh, dude, I love Lilyhammer.
I haven't watched too much season 2.
It's
I watched
hilarious.
like first episode and it just was like, man, I didn't go for the second one.
It's fucking hilarious.
Is it worth
Oh,
sticking
God,
through?
it is. Yes, it is. It's the shit that they do in season 2. It's just I like it. I like it a lot. That's one of my favorite. But Orange is the New Black, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's not, the new season's coming out like in June, I heard.
Yeah,
That's a long time. That was so good. I love that.
I'm pretty happy with all that shit.
Then, what is it, Arrested Development? You ever get to that show?
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, it was funny, but it
The new season kind of sucked because they put it together, I think, maybe too, quickly, that they couldn't get everybody to actually be around at the same time.
well, that's why they did like everybody's take of the same day.
Yeah, and it was just, I didn't like that.
It was just way too many versions of the same story.
Yeah, and then to me, the whole reason that show worked was because of the
Everybody
ensemble.
together,
Yeah, and playing off each other. Other than that, them characters alone are just too out there. They don't make sense without the others.
Yep.
It's that's the best way to sum it up. Done. Moving on.
Moving on. Next song.
Next subject.
Didn't you have a cautionary tale?
No,
Well, you're not prepared.
absolutely not.
That's why you got producer's rights.
Exactly. Hey, for finally 40 degrees today.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God. Usually it was negative 40.
Eh?
This has been a brutal winter. This is a winter that has tried men's souls.
Really? I didn't really think it was that bad.
Well, I'm just trying to be really dramatic about it.
Like, we're not in the Yukon or anything.
But we did survive the polar vortex twice.
Yeah, but I didn't run out of firewood now, did
Yeah,
I?
you work from home. You can't talk. For us that have had to brave and forge our way
Yeah.
to our livelihood, it's been
Behind
a
a
hard,
snowplow.
arduous winter, sir. Scraping our windows.
You've never even had to shovel snow.
Shut up. I know, it's true.
dick.
I've had to brush off my car.
Yeah, exactly.
You son of a bitch. Don't tell me about hard times.
Yep. It's only semi-warm when I get in there after the auto starts.
Exactly. My apartment's on the other side, so I have to walk out.
Last week I forgot to turn my vent on, so
Yeah.
30 minutes and nothing.
What a waste. God.
Yeah, but I'm the one with the Yukon beard here.
You are. You're grizzling it hard.
Well, the best part was when I went out to use the snowblower, and this wasn't the last time we had the snow. I mean, it was a couple times ago when it was like 30 below with the wind chill.
Yeah.
I was completely bundled up except for my face because I had one of those wraps on, but it was just getting so...
Sweaty?
Well, not sweaty. It was just getting so clogged up with all the moisture from breathing that it was just like one piece of ice. So I took that off, and when I came in, my beard was probably like half a pound heavier with just frozen water around. Because when I'd breathe, it would just the moisture would get on when I was walking forward.
Yeah.
So just from me doing the driveway and the sidewalk and everything, I had like half a pound of water in my beard that literally I sat over the sink and just let it drip down into the sink.
You squeegeeing it out.
Pretty much. It was funny.
Hey,
hon,
you want a water?
Well, I didn't notice it until I took my sweatshirt off. When I threw it up over my head, I was like, why the hell is my beard like stiff? It was just one sheet of ice on my face.
Badass.
That was pretty funny. I've never had that happen before.
Oh, that's sweet. God, is it supposed to be this nice out tomorrow?
I don't know.
Well, I got initiation at the Eagles Club. That sucks, but I want to go skating after work. I should. I don't have to be there till like 7:30. Strap on the blades, dangle some puck.
You want to go skating before, get all sweaty before you got to do a ceremony in a suit?
Well, I'll take a shower. I usually hit the gym and do the same thing before, right after work. So might as well hit the pond and skate around a bit.
Why not?
What are you doing around then?
No idea.
No idea. Well, I always have my skates with me. I could go check out Centennial right by your house.
I have them in my garage.
See? And it's right by your house.
It is right by my house.
So I can always...
Very, very close.
I can always scoot over there, go skate for like an hour. About an hour. About 6:30. Then I'd have to run home.
Still haven't even broken in my skates.
Me neither. My feet's hurt when I skate.
Yep, they do.
It's probably because I have sizes that is not big enough for me, I bet.
We're kind of rambling this on.
We are, but it's very interesting, I bet, for the listener.
I doubt it.
The NSA, how you doing over there?
Is that the only reason we're doing it is just to bore those fuckers?
Yeah.
We'll get back to the real show in about 10 minutes or so.
About 10 minutes. Well, I suppose we are at the hour mark, so wrapping it up like a dick on prom night. Wow, that was terrible.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even want to be a part of this anymore.
Fuck you. And you know what? Come the revolution.
Fuck the talent.